And so she did this piece with a team of about 4 people, and they did this in about a week, and it's got a really strong message behind it. So what she wanted to do was do a piece that was inspired by when you come into Vancouver, there's the Welcome to Vancouver sign. So rather than a Welcome to Vancouver sign, it's a sign that says unceded and unsurrendered land, water, and skies of the Tsleil-Waututh, Squamish, and Musqueam. And then on this side, she did this image of what her interpretation is of the first encounters between colonizers and the First Nations. So the wolf person represents First Nations here, so the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh. It's holding a rattle in hopes that it's going to be a friendly encounter, and what it's saying is, where are you from? Because before colonizers arrived, it was they could recognize when people from other nations were coming from different other Northwest Coast or other Coast Salish nations were coming to this area because they could recognize them from their canoe or their regalia. So that when they have these ships showing up of Europeans, they're like this alien to them. So that's why we have the alien and the wolf person. So it's got a really strong message behind it. And that's something that's really interesting as well about how when getting a draft of a piece, Mural-Fest then has to find the building where to put it. And quite often, Indigenous art or an art with some sort of statement or anything that can be construed as political or controversial is much harder to find a wall to place, because sometimes building owners will donate their wall, but they are like, yeah, we don't want anything political or anything controversial. We just want pretty flowers, you know? And so when they had this draft, they're like, okay, we love this piece by Ocean Highland, but they were sort of anticipating it being a tricky one to find a wall to put it on. So they approached this building, they said, hey, what do you think of this piece? And they came back and they said, no revisions, nothing to add at all, we love it, just put it on there. And so what they thought was going to be really one of the trickiest ones of the festival, there was no pushback on, which was amazing. So really strong message here. She did an awesome job. Yeah, we'll keep walking up. We're going to zip out around.